Hi, how everybody doing today? Is Chris Drummond from Progressive Action. Um, I've been sick. I've been well enough to go to work, but this weekend I needed to stay in bed. Something going around, and we know that the system is dirty. We're around a lot of germs and filthiness, and it's crazy. And it's Halloween. I'm not gonna be long. When I'm not on for a little while, I feel like I should say something. And it's Halloween. Um, and be careful out there. I know when we was growing up, Halloween always been crazy. I really don't got a feel on it like I used to. When we was young, it was kind of violent in the way with the eggs, and dudes were sadistic in Halloween, boiling eggs, and they just got off on just humiliating folks. I don't know what it is like today. It's a very different generation of folks we live in today. We live with and live around. These are dangerous times. But everybody, what's going on? Everybody, good morning. Everybody should be on point. I don't like the fact that, just like I don't like July 4th. July 4th is dangerous because you can get away with shooting guns. You can murder somebody and somebody could think, and they shoot guns on July 4th. It ain't just fireworks. It ain't even about you distinguishing between fireworks and guns. They shoot off their guns. So it's very, it's very opportunistic holiday. I don't view July 4th as a holiday personally. And Halloween's the same way. People can conceal their faces and use it as a ruse to hurt you. And my wife, on the side note, which I'm discussing, my wife bought a whole big bag of candy like 2 weeks ago and it's gone. She should have hid it. I ate all the candy. That's another thing I don't like about Halloween. I never get a chance to give it out because I ate all the candy. That's me. It's my flaws. But on a serious note, be on point. I think the cops have spread real thin. They got the Halloween parade. They got their guard in synagogues and mosques. Yes. So as usual, I think we're on our own out there. And if anybody want to get frisky, of course, they're going to get on the buses or they're going to be in the subways and on the trains. So everybody be careful, extra vigilant out there. I know I'm telling you something. You're over there saying, tell me something I don't know. But, we can't let we can never be rocked to sleep. And folks, my brothers and sisters, defend yourself. Defend yourself. You have a right to defend yourself. And listen, the internet is real gossipy. I think social media has a lot of great attributes. I think in real time, as far as the media go, you don't got to wait for the media to take their cameras and get a crew and something's going on here. People are already there with their cell phones and their cameras and what have you. So we actually seeing things in real time. I think this is the first time we're getting a lot of the information that we can get from the mainstream media, which as time going, I'm growing more and more distrustful of. So social media has its strengths, but it's very gossipy, conspiratorial, and all that. But something struck me. I got nothing to say about the union right now. Next show, always got something to say about them because they always doing what they doing. And we feel the way we feel about the union, and we don't feel they're living up to our expectations. So that's there. And supervision and management on the other side, that's going to be there. That's not going nowhere. But today, I was looking at some things on some groups and all that, and I think it's something that garnered everyone's attention. It might be frivolous, and I seen that list. I don't know who sis is. I don't know who she is. I don't know how old she is. I don't know who made that. Yes, she's right. I wouldn't go to Olive Garden. No, I'm not going to. No, me personally, never. Chili, when I was growing up, was more Red Lobster. That probably was one of the, you want to go franchise, step above McDonald's and all that. There's nothing wrong with Red Lobster. I stopped going there a while, but nothing wrong with Red Lobster. But yeah, Olive Garden was never there. Fridays even had to run with the after work crowd and all that. But the woman said it had a list of places she went. But a movie, maybe I'm old fashioned. But a movie is crazy. I mean, but listen, you can take a date. When you go on a date, this is what I'm saying. I got a daughter. I think sometimes women have these expectations of this Superman that exists. And the Superman that they're going to get. They got this checklist of the super dude they're going to get. But sometimes the super dude is right in front of you and you walk right by him. I've seen that. I'm not saying women don't have a right to pick and choose. But sometimes you're picking and choosing and walking by a good dude. And y'all put perimeters on them now. They got to make 300. They got to be in corporate America. They got to be an attorney. They got to be in the music industry. They got to drive this car and that car. But what about believing in someone? And the men too. Sometimes when you start, I remember Michelle Obama talking about, I get to Cheesecake. Michelle Obama talking about when Barack Obama took her on her first date. He had a hole in his car. She could see the street while he was driving. Good morning. But she believed in him. She seen his potential. And sometimes it's such a big divide with men and women I see right now. It's almost a battle of the sexes. And I think there's a lot of expectations being put on folks that shouldn't be there. Both ways. But sometimes, yes, we want a woman and we want a man with some ambition. I could say that, you should look at folks initially. You getting to know somebody. What about bruh? That's all he has. He might not even have nothing on the list. Maybe all he has right now in his budget, he's trying to acquire a property. He's trying to pay for school. He's trying to start up his business. All he has, forget Cheesecake and some of these other restaurants. He just had pizza money. There's no reflection on how he views you. It's just where he is in his life right now. And I think, I don't know who this sister is. I remember a few months ago, a sister with some notoriety and some standing said she wouldn't date a bus driver. Or unless she owned the company. Y'all have to stop. Too many women, I'm not putting the onus on women. But since a sister, when the dude come out with a post, I will address that. But y'all putting a lot of the expectations on things, and all it's about is getting to know somebody. You can sit in the park and feed the pigeons and get to know somebody. You can meet somebody on the line in the department store, in BJ's, wherever. Could be a low skill, could be a discount store. It could be Bloomingdale's. It could be anywhere. North Shore, it could be anywhere you can meet somebody. But when you just say, I'm not going here and I'm not going there, that's a. But what do you want though? Women have told me, excuse me, dudes buy them a drink and expect something with the drink. So okay, you go to that 5-star restaurant, that Michelin-rated restaurant, and he spends $800, $1,000 on the meal. That's what you're saying. $500 on the meal. 3-course, 4-course meal, wherever you want to go, wherever your expectations is. And what do you think he's thinking, honestly? And if he's going to go out like that on the first date, and maybe he's taking you to Cheesecake, just because I know, listen, I grew up in a generation that is me. I would send a cab. I would go all out. That's just me. And a lot of it is my standards. It's things I like. So if I like it as a byproduct of my taste and my standards, you're going to enjoy that yourself too. But maybe someone, what happened to get to know someone? Maybe he's trying to see if you go, another thing, you go to a restaurant, you want to see if sis going to order the highest thing, the most expensive thing on the menu, which is a test. You just going to go there off the top and dig bruh's pockets off the top? And what you think he's thinking? What you think his first impression is? And you judging him. He might, listen, no telling, he might have 1.5 in the bank. Might have he might have a great, vast portfolio. And he's trying to figure out what type of person you is. And his perception of you is you a gold digger? You just about money and you about money. If that's the perception, I'm not saying that's the case, but it seems that. The checklist is, what kind of man is he? How does he treat his family? How does he treat women? What kind of friends does he have? Is he ambitious? Do he have goals? Does he have a relationship with God, with the universe? If he's spiritual? How he conducts himself? Could he potentially, women think about marriage and all that. Would he be a good father? Does my mother or father or my family, what's their impressions of him? That's the thing. That's the checklist. The checklist shouldn't be the restaurant. The checklist should be what kind of man he is. And how you going to find out what type of man he is when your criteria is if he go to Cheesecake or these restaurants. Or these franchises, whatever way you want to put. I thought that when I was growing up, let me tell you when I was growing up. And forgive me, everyone, but this is in my 20s. And back in the days, it was Red Lobster, but the big thing was City Island, Sammy's, and the other place. Now, the woman, when we went to City Island, if she ordered surf and turf, and she know we was going to City Island, I expected to hang out that night. No, I did. If she wanted the red carpet, okay, sis, you want that. Men are men. But if you're going to go that superficial with it and start like that, and then you're going to go and order the most expensive thing, that's how men think. All right, you want to go that way? All right, it's about money. Yeah, there you go, fish box. It's about money. It ain't like that no more. But, so it's about money. It's about superficiality. It ain't about us getting to know each other. And I believe a woman should have expectations. But your expectations, there are women out here who, and men, you lying bastards. You'll lie and say anything to get with a woman, to be with her, to have sex with her. So I understand how women are flaming ambers. Oh man, stop. It was crazy on 86th Street. We ain't going there. Flaming ambers, that was good food for nothing. You right. My man talking about two fish in Harlem and Flaming Anders on 86, was he second, third. You got a little steak and lobster. You was good for $20. And the food was good. And y'all had a good time. And y'all was talking to get to know each other. Whatever happened because there was a connection. Sometimes it is about fun. We going out to eat. We having fun. We vibing. And yeah, the night go where the night go. And sometimes marriages and long-term relationships come out of that. But I think it's a process. If you're gonna say I don't want to go to Cheesecake, I think in a way, I don't think you should put perimeters on and boundaries on getting to know someone. And I think that's what caught my eye. Let me tell my daughter. And I think women sometimes just have the men that you have in mind sometimes and take you to restaurant. They is doggers and so the guy takes you to, like I said, 5 stars. That is biggest dog. Men are men. That ain't no criteria all the time where you went to eat on who he is and what his intentions. Men are men. Men, the six-figure men, the dog, so what? They fly you in for a night, whatever they do. Take you to this Condé Nast rated hotel, and you go there. So, okay, now you impressed. Now what? Now what? He out of Iraq. He spent some money. Now what? Where do you go from here? Where do you go? I think in every aspect, for men, humility is important. And I don't want to sound misogynist one way, but the woman, when the man put out the posters, arrested. But this thing is getting traction. I heard that. I've seen it. My daughter. I think women, if we get disconnected, that's going to be it, folks. I think women, sometimes, like I said, have their expectations. But you got to grow with somebody from nothing. Sometimes it's about potential. Yes, it's game. I wouldn't want to be a woman. Men got so much game, it ain't criminal, and they just lie. I could dig it. You got to be real careful. But that don't mean you set these boundaries that you actually eliminating the good dude. My daughter, and women, I'm just saying this. Sometimes, my daughter met somebody in Howard. And this dude, they graduated the same year. His mother went to Howard and went to Howard Law. His father went to Howard and then went to Harvard. They were lobbyists living in Georgetown. This was a good dude. He had ambition. He was going to Yale. Right? He was crazy about my daughter. You know what she told me? He was corny. He couldn't dance, and she didn't like the way he dressed. That was her. And I tried to convince her, okay, Bonds, go with him shopping. He could grow sometime on both sides of men. We add things to each other. Sometimes a woman's 8 and she meet the man and he's a 10. Sometimes the man's a 7 thanks to her. What is Barack without Michelle? No, for real, what is it? He's an English teacher somewhere. He teaches constitutional law. That's it. Possibly not president. Possibly corny. Possibly, I shouldn't say corny, but he ain't the man that he without. You know what they say? Behind every good man is a good woman. So my daughter's caught up in him being corny and frivolous stuff. And I liked him. He met my criteria, but I ain't have to marry him. And I had this talk with her that you can to take time. You could make contributions. You could grow. Women, y'all grow together. That's it too. Y'all grow. You grow to appreciate these things. And a lot of times these corny dudes don't stay corny. I seen dudes that were the coolest cats in high school. And you can't find them right now. They still, what's going on, brother? And they still where they were 20 years ago. You see them, yo, what's going on, brother? Ain't nothing changed. And they stuck. They had a brief shining moment of, pop laddie and all that, and they stuck. And the corny dudes went on to do some good things. And not saying that the dudes in high school wasn't, but, the corny dudes, they wound up, they grow, they learn to dance, they flourish. But you got to give them a chance. And the opportunity. Now, I got nothing against the list, but the type of list. Restaurants is something, corny dude. Now, I'm not even corny. A fake, you got dudes that ain't going to spend $1. You got dudes off the top that all they want is to go to bed. They just want to get in the sheets with you. That's all they want. That's all they want. Oh, for my daughter, she's with another attorney now, but I don't know. I thought that dude was the top. She was another guy. He's a great guy now. This was 5 years ago. She's with somebody, she was. I don't know if she was materialistic. I do think she was looking at the wrong attributes. Like, women say that. I don't think it's about the wild, the bad boy. I think sometimes it's about the man, sometimes what women perceive that is the edge. And yeah, brother, she was worried about the wrong things at the time. Her priorities were skewed. I agree. But I think the man with the edge, and I don't know a woman looking for the bad boy, but sometimes they're looking for somebody with that edge. And sometimes it's just based on simple infatuation. You know, the electricity. But I don't know how long that type of attraction. Because at some point, the sex wane and the excitement, that honeymoon stage, and then it's down to the brass tack. Who are you? Who am I? Who are we together? Can we grow together? That's what you should be looking at. Can we grow together? Is there potential there? Can we build the life together? Because when you build the life together, when you set out things, and y'all build a, a relationship is a partnership. Is a very complicated partnership. But when y'all have your dreams and y'all plans and that thing come to fruition, the things that y'all want, and y'all talked about at that date, in the pizza parlor, in the park, that conversation, that gathering you went to, that off-Broadway play y'all went to see, that $75, that's all he had for that day in his budget, and he had to wait 2 weeks to even take you out the next time between dates. And y'all talked about the future and what you wanted and he wanted, and then it comes to fruition. Y'all talked about in the 223 and the 230. Y'all worked somewhere, y'all got, this is what we talking about, baby. And y'all just working together. Y'all have each other back. And you say, I'm so glad I didn't want to go here with it. I'm so glad I ain't listened to this person or that person. I'm so glad I wasn't materialistic and frivolous and had my daughter had her priorities skewed. She's with a very nice young man. My heart was on him, but she's with this guy. No, if he ever see this, I like you. You know I like you. But I just think we at a place right now with men and women is we trying to outmaneuver. And I think men, we shouldn't lie to women. And women, you're not gonna get that superstar. The beginning, and the superstar know what you want. Men can see it. Cause it's kind of so superficial. And men will exploit that. And then the man say, oh, you don't want to go here? All right, take care. You see him 5 years from now and he's doing good, he's married and all that, whatever he's doing, and you regret, now you waiting 10, you keep putting them limits on these unrealistic priorities on men. Why you skipping? Nah, you ain't no good. Nope. He better do this, he better do that. Before you know it, you're by yourself. And I'm saying that, I apologize if I'm saying what I would tell my daughter. It's hard being a woman. And it's not fair. With everything a woman, you go to Macy's, there's one floor for us. One floor. You go to Macy's, there's 3-4 floors for women. Not even counting the makeup and everything, but that's how hard it is to be a woman. There's so many expectations to being a woman. Men can't give birth. We expect you to be better than us. I know I do. I know who I am. And I don't say better me having low self-esteem. I don't mean it like that. But I hold the woman on a certain pedestal. The Bible say, keep your woman refined. And I always believe that we should keep our woman refined. We should have a woman who, when we are at our lowest, are thinking so primal and disgusting, we have a woman that say, baby, that ain't right. That ain't you. You better than that. That ain't the man I married. That ain't the man I met. Don't sink to their levels. That's the type of woman we should be looking for. And that's the type of woman we should be. I just hold women in such high esteem. And when you make a list like this, you can't do that. I think a woman does herself a disservice. If you have that, you will go to the 5-star restaurants, the Michelin rated. You will travel to fabulous destinations. But that's not going to happen to day one. And if it happens day one, what is that? What did that mean? So if he fly you out on the Gulfstream, first class somewhere, y'all go to the Bahamas for the week. Oh, he just showed you the world, made your head spin. What you think he expecting? And y'all have the whirlwind, the best weekend of your life. You might not see him again, but that's what you wanted. He might take you for a week, take you to the best restaurants in New York. If that's enough for you, and he might after that take you to the best hotels. You might not see him again. That's no barometer. Yes, you don't want no bum. You want nobody who doesn't want to do nothing. You want somebody who you could tell, you know that off the top. But you thinking that, he's going to change? Oh, give him some time. He's going to take me here and take me there. You know the difference between, and sometimes, I'm sorry, a lot of us don't know the difference. And men are slick. They're clever. Men are clever. They wear his man's clothes, wear his man's jewelry, borrow his man's car. Do all that. Men are clever. But his superficiality and your expectations are going to collide, are going to merge because he's just going to play off what you say you want. You gave him the blueprint. Oh, she's like that. Oh, she's like that. That's what the man's thinking. Maybe sometimes it's just, sometimes it's just a ruse. Let me see what she's about. Let me take her here. Let me see what she's about. And what she and he should be about is what's up, brother? What he and she should be about is getting to know each other. Not the restaurant. I understand, yes, there's some places but I can't even say some places you shouldn't go, but to me, that's all he's working with right now. Why don't you pay attention to this? Pay attention to this. Watch how he's moving around. Action speaks louder than words. Men can say anything. Man, some of these men, what's going on, brother? Some of these men is like Shakespeare. Iceberg Slim, Donald Gaines, they got game for days. For days. So I just think when you put that, I won't go here, I won't go there, and these things, that's not the list. If I was a man or a woman, I would be interested. It would be a completely type of list. And I would just be on someone's virtue, character, principles, and see how it play out. That's what dating's about. But this is just like a bad game of chess that we playing. And all men and women seem to be doing right now is diminishing each other. And I say this to my sisters. Your greatest virtue is your youth. And youthful, it's not like that with men. It's a dirty game. It's geared against men and women for sure. Men get gray and women say he look distinguished. A woman see a man and say he remind me of my father. That's why a lot of women say daddy. And I'm not saying that to be, they saying that pimp, nothing like that. I'm saying that they see the virtues that they see in their father. And they see guidance and leadership. I would personally prefer, I think a man should be a little older, but that's another discussion. I ain't Dr. Phil here, Oprah and all that. I'm giving my opinion on things. And women, society is skewed against youth and all that. And put a premium on youth. So why in these certain perimeters, and I don't know what age, because 50 is the new 40, 40 is the new 30, and the way the world is right now with the Wachovia and the Olympic and the vitamins, and we just got so much information. I read people, we living a lot longer, and we looking a lot better. So it's a lot different than it used to be. But don't put yourself at a deficit to start with frivolous lists like this one about the Cheesecake Factory. And ain't nothing, not on the first date. What's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? Oh, excuse me. People should take Oh, I guess it's a family thing then, right? Oh, I got you. But what's wrong with a young boy? What's wrong with cheesecake? The cheesecake ain't McDonald's. I like certain restaurants too on occasion. I do like upscale restaurants. But the Cheesecake Factory, that's number one that you not going to? Oh, so excuse me. Everybody out there, you bougie, huh? Oh, excuse me. MTA. Everywhere. Excuse cheesecake. Stop. I love cheesecake. That's just me. But I wish I know there's nothing wrong with cheesecake. That's crazy. If I didn't see that, I probably wouldn't have made it live today. That's crazy though. But everybody, that's my spell. You know, like my son say, keep the meat and spit out the bones on that. I wish everybody had a successful relationship. What's going on, brother? Good morning. I wish everybody could have that relationship that go on for 50 years and build a family and grandchildren, and then you sitting on your porch one day and you see the fruits of your labor and you looking at your family and your grandkids and this woman who took you to this pizza parlor, this woman who y'all sat in the park talking, or y'all just took a walk somewhere, or y'all sat on the stoop, and y'all got there, and this is where y'all at right now, from your humble beginnings, and y'all build something from that. Everybody be safe out there, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.